Second of 3 meetings this season between the Storm and the Sparks. And LA wins the tip, gets it over to Ogwumike, who gets it down to Dearica Hamby for the deuce.
LA has not gotten off to great starts over the...
And both teams talk to us before tonight's contest. Johnson and drills it, nothing but the bottom of the net for Flau'jae Johnson. Malonga, head to palm.
That's right.
Johnson steps into a trail triple, and Flau'jae Johnson is 2 for 2 from outside. And it's really that three-point shot that needs to start falling for LA. What a start it has been for Johnson. 22 years young. National champ at LSU. Down to Atkins it goes. And up and in it goes. Seattle and Atlanta, the Fever in Phoenix. For more on these games, please go to wnba.com or visit the WNBA app. Nneka Ogwumike for 2.
Right now, Connecticut is up 3 on Minnesota with 6.
Coming back from the foot injury. Hiedeman short on the floater. Gets her a miss, though. Johnson from the corner. Another triple for Flau'jae Johnson. Shorty has more points in this quarter than she has scored in any quarter so far in her W career. Horston with a floater. The Storm out of the break and right back to work. 3 straight turnovers, and the Storm taking advantage. Wheeler with a straight on Brink. Finally, one falls through, their first tonight. Maybe it helped Atkins pull down that rebound. Trying to go coast to coast. Another steal for Seattle. Talked about their length, Mary. Bomb. Goodness.
Yeah, she is just so special.
Coming over to create some space for Melbourne, and she does just that. The seas parted after that screen, and Melbourne takes advantage.
Really decisive move to the bucket.
That was one of the things she talked about learning the last couple of years. Don't have to go 100 miles an hour all the time. That change of pace can be so important. Ogwumike from outside. It's wild to think as Melbourne flips a pass to Samuelson from the corner for 3. The SoCal native back home. This player also known for what she's done here in LA. Great look down, cutting Atkins. And an and one opportunity coming for Ariel Atkins. LA should have been down more, so maybe the fact that Seattle wasn't able to take advantage of that slow first quarter could come back to haunt them. Back to the corner and Lou they go. And another one falls through for Samuelson.
Katie Lou's gonna go stand in the corner and say, bring it.
Cook shorts. Yeah, good rebound that time. Nobody around Stephanie Dolson. So maybe not as happy as I was about it.
I think we all were pretty happy about it.
Yeah, what a moment that was. Nice moment there for Ray Burrell coming out of the timeout. So let's see if Burrell swatted by Ezzy McMagor.
Great ball movement, but as he says, I don't really care.
Melbourne up and over. Ogwumike for 3. 32 in white. Burrell trying to get something going in this second quarter. Another steal by Seattle. Johnson running the floor. The finger roll. 15 first half points for Flau'jae Johnson.
And it's kind of like, what just happened? The flash.
I mean, the nickname already. Category 4. Category 4 Storm. She's number 4. Love it. Hamby gets the bounce.
Hamby's so effective. Could be much more than that even, actually.
Hiedeman stays perfect at the line. Hamby, the scoop and score, and 1 for Dearica Hamby. 35-26 Seattle. Hamby wants it. Cannon taking it.
Okay.
She didn't even try to face the cup. How did she finish that one? Lost the first up in Seattle. Malonga loses her defender. Too strong though, gets the miss. Bomb from outside for 3. 7 trays and counting for the Storm.
Let me just clean this up right now.
What you got?
No, with the 3. You guys are all pounding away inside. I'm just gonna be clean out here.
20-year-old says, calm it down. Pass it back down to me.
Oh,
Hamby going past her. How about the footwork by Dearica? Seattle's made 7 of them. Hamby back to work. Stripped and taken away by Horston.
Yeah, Horston's fired up by her own defense. She is just
Hiedeman, no look to Plum, and a defense leading the offense. 3-point win over the Cleveland Rockers. Ruthie Bolton dropped 23 on you that night, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to knock off the Sparks. Hamby has been the offense for the Sparks tonight in this second quarter.
for LA. Can they make a push? Can they get this lead down a bit? Can they gain some momentum?
Halfway down before it pops back out.
My.
And look who's underneath. The rebounding guard, the rebounding rookie. They've seen a lot of players.
That's exactly right.
Seen a lot of rookies come through this league. 45 seconds to go in our first half. Deanna Williams, long step back two is good. Good position underneath by Madam President Nneka Ogwumike, and Williams finds her from outside the arc. Hiedeman in the Storm, a big difference maker so far. The crossover from T, and the finish just before our first half. Johnson with some space. The double pump too strong. Johnson gets her own miss. Kick out. T, the sidestep tray, and it goes. 8 threes and counting for the Storm.
If you think about the first meeting, Kelsey Plum had 19 points and 11 assists. Brink played one of her best games, 18 minutes, she had 15 points and 6 rebounds.
Johnson running the floor, 19 and counting for Flau'jae. Tough third quarter for the Sparks so far, 0 for 7 from the floor. It's been a fantastic night for Flau'jae, 21 and counting for the Rook. And I won't be surprised if Plum is dunking in a few years too. Hiedeman with the shot clock winding down. Has it on a string, gotta get a shot off. The turnaround, the flip, and the finish from T. Hiedeman. Oh my goodness. Flau'jae with 21. Hiedeman's got 11. Johnson showing off the handle, and the bank is open late tonight here in LA. 23 points in 23 minutes for Johnson. 11 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists for T. Hiedeman and her 22. Horston having a good night as well, letting the defense fly on by on the step through.
But everything has changed at Seattle since she was drafted. Coaching change, personnel change.
Nice crossover and finish. Finally, one falls through for Ray Burrell.
I love that Ray Burrell just keeps getting after it. The shots aren't falling, but you keep going to the bucket and try to make something happen.
First field goal in 8.5 minutes for LA. And there's Horston again. So again, Seattle very happy to have Jade Melvin back too. Hamby. Out to Cannon. Finally. Cannon sees one fall. Not the case for Seattle tonight. Itching to even this season series. Samuelson with another three. She had 2 in the first. And her developmental contract converted to a standard contract earlier today. Did Martin. Chase Gray, happy birthday to the 22-year-old.
She has great range, great confidence. Catch and shoot. LA needs a whole lot more. Chance Gray, open threes.
Maybe that will get her going. And some defense there by LA. Hamby wins the foot race and 5 quick ones for the Sparks. Is the vet now on this very young Storm team. Cook, the spin, and the floater falls through for the former member. It just takes a little while to find your spot. Whoa. Hard screen there. I felt it. And that one goes. Kate Martin. To be a part of this league now in year 30. Good defense by Wheeler on Cook. Cook gets it back. The battle continuing, and Wheeler takes it away, and then Cook gets it back one more time and gets the roll.
Have I mentioned, it's that kind of night for Seattle.
A lot of their offensive output, 45% from the floor, 32% now from three. They've come back to earth. Hiedeman has not, though.
Have they come back to earth?
Hiedeman has not. T saying that should have been an and-one opportunity. She has certainly not. Ogwumike from the elbow. 15 and counting tonight for Hiedeman.
Seattle doesn't play again until Thursday, but they will not return to Seattle. They are going to go right to Atlanta.
A little bit too cheeky there, maybe. Hiedeman went behind the back. Johnson tried to do the same. Burrell, no. Nneka there on cleanup duty. So yeah, as you were saying, Mary, will not be surprised if she settles in and becomes a big spark for these LA Sparks. Here is Cook from outside. A three-pointer number 10 tonight for Seattle. Talked to a couple of players on the victorious Seattle Storm tonight as Williams scoops it up and in. And we'll break down this contest as well. Highlights and analysis. You know, you just got to weather the storm sometimes.
If you enjoyed today's breakdown, make sure to subscribe to Baller Buzz, hit that like button, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Stay tuned for more high-flying basketball content.